Hi, how are you? My name is Christina Vasquez. I hope that you're doing well today or in the evening whenever you're watching this. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of a 1-gallon wine kit from Home Brew Ohio. If that's something you're interested in, then stay tuned. If you like unboxings or anything that has to do with wine or recipes, I hope that you would go ahead and hit the subscribe button and a like button for me. It really helps me out. I really have a goal that I want to set. My birthday is December 8th, and it would be hugely amazing if I could at least just reach 1,000 subscribers. If you could just hit the like button and share with your friends, help me reach my birthday goal. It's the time of the month for giving back, so please help me out. It means the world to me if I could reach that 1,000 subscribers. Let me open this up for you. A while back, I went ahead and I ordered my first wine kit online. It was in 2020. It was a 1-gallon kit. I think I paid around $55, $56, but the price has actually gone up on that 1-gallon kit. It was from Vintner, and right now it's going for around $59. I'll link that one in the description below. Really trying to grow my channel, so I really want to find the best bargain because I'm not making money from doing this right now. It's just a hobby. So I went ahead and went on to Home Brew Ohio, which you can find Home Brew Ohio as well on Amazon, but I went specifically to their website. With them, the kit was only $49.99, so you are saving some money. If you go to their website to buy their 1-gallon kit, you can go ahead and purchase some extra things you might need if you're already into making wine, because once you hit $50 with them, they give you free shipping. And another thing too is if you have something like PayPal, you can buy it through PayPal and do like a pay in 4, so that way you can break up the payment, and that way you'd be able to purchase more and spend less at that certain time. For me, it's helped a lot. I will go ahead and link in the description box down below the website to Home Brew Ohio, so if you're interested in buying one of these 1-gallon kits, you are more than welcome to click on that link. I do not get any commission or anything off of this. This is just my recommendations to you guys, especially if you want to check it out. I did get that $50 mark so I could get the free shipping and then also make my payment. So not only did I get my wine kit, I did get a couple extras in here. So the first thing I'm going to pull out of here is probably going to be an extra that I had bought. These are Campden tablets. This is 100 count and I only paid $3.99. I did go ahead and buy an extra bucket because I need another one for primary fermentation. So this is the Home Brew Ohio logo and this is their bucket. The extra bucket was $12.99. Another thing that I had bought from them is a 2-ounce packet of acid blend, and the acid blend was $1.99. This is a 1-ounce packet of Pectic enzyme. This is also an extra that I had bought from them, and I had only paid $1.99 for this packet of Pectic enzyme. Last but not least, the next thing I'm going to pull out is the Vintner's wine tannin. This wine tannin is 1-ounce packet and is $2.99. Now I'm going to list all the links in my description box down below of everything that I bought separately. So if this is something that you really want from their website, you can just go straight to it, find it, add it in your cart. But now let's get on to the real unboxing. The first thing you're going to get for $49.99 is you will get, of course, your primary fermentation bucket. Let me open this for you, if I can. Everything is neatly and nicely packaged. I will give them a thumbs up for that. This piece actually can kind of help you with your siphoning processes. So I think I did get this in my box for the $50 one a long time ago, which is almost $60 now, and it did come with the bucket, so we're gonna just set that aside right here. I'm seeing our lovely glass carboy. This glass carboy is a lot different. This is a 1-gallon, of course, but this glass carboy is a lot different from the other ones that I own. It's got a lot of a wider neck to it, and it just seems more stable, and it's actually pretty neat. I think this just looks like a very more durable, I would say, glass carboy than the ones that I've had before. I'll show you a close-up of the differences of some that I have. You can see that this one is more thicker and has like this wider base at the top, and the glass just seems more sturdy. I think it just was really well built in comparison. This is the one I believe that I got through Amazon. You can see how this is a little bit more thinner here, the grabbing point, and how thinner the neck is. And the glass just seems a little bit more thinner. You hear, even with liquid, it's just more of a better quality. And here are some other ones that I can compare to. This one my mom gave. I don't know where she got this one from. I think this was another Amazon buy. But even if you would almost be like, oh, well, they're kind of the same because they both have 1 gallon on it. But if you see the necks, they're quite different. And this one, they're not the same glass. I feel like this one is a really better material, to be honest. Moving on. Lots and lots of bubble wrap, which is a really good thing. We don't want anything breaking in here. Okay, so you have a siphoning hose. You're going to need that to be able to siphon into bottles and into secondary fermentation and racking if you know you need to. That's another thing I would recommend, is buying another one of these if this is your first time, because it is good to be able to rack over. That's how we clarify things. If you're getting into this, that's why I would say take advantage going to Home Brew Ohio, buying what you need, get a second glass carboy, and you can get over that $50 limit, get your free shipping, go to PayPal, do your pay in 4. But enough of that. Keep going. Here's our lid for our primary fermentation. Obviously, you're going to need a lid. Well, my comparisons to the lid, this does seem a little flimsy. I'm not seeing any like rubber stopping in here or anything like that. So that does kind of concern me that the bucket is a little bit cheaply made. Compared to this bucket over here. We're going to have to find out whether it works or not with my next recipe, and if you stay tuned to the end, I'll let you know what it is. More bubble wrap. Okay, I'm going to open her up and see what we have. I like how everything is neatly packaged here. That is something that wasn't in my Amazon box for the Master Vintners, so that's pretty neat. I'm going to pull out of here is going to be a straining bag. Small, they call this a small core straining bag. I call them brew bags. Yeah, it's a brew bag, so perfect for a 1 gallon fit. Nice brew bag. You have here your Campden tablets that I showed you in the beginning of the video. These are the same size Campden tablets that I had already bought, and they do come with some yeast nutrient. Campden tablets, if you're new to this, I'll explain why these chemicals come in here really quick. This is kind of like a disinfectant. This keeps your wine from spoiling, and also at the end, when you're ready to bottle your wine so it doesn't explode, you need to have your Campden tablets, and you also need, here it is, you also need potassium sorbate. So these things are really good so your wine doesn't keep fermenting. We have to stop fermentation to be able to bottle. And also while you're racking and you're starting wines, you need Campden tablets so that everything does stay disinfected and doesn't grow any bad bacteria that you don't want in a wine. The yeast nutrient, the reason why they give you this is it's basically nutrients for the yeast. It helps them produce and keep growing and flourishing to make a wonderful wine for you. We also have acid blend. You're going to need an acid blend, especially if you're working with fruit wines and really any type of fruits or whatever you're going to make wine from, because what acid blend does is help to break things down and also add acidity to your wine. They give you a lovely thing of peptic enzyme to start with here. Peptic enzyme. Now what this does is it helps clarify your wine. You put this in probably 24 hours, I do at least, 24 hours after you mix your concoctions together, and then you add your yeast along with some peptic enzyme. This is what's going to help to clarify and get the fog out of your wine. Another thing that they add, again, is the wine tannin. The reason why you want wine tannin in your fruit wine, especially if you're not doing anything with grapes, is because grapes have a natural tannin in their skin. And this helps to balance low tannin wines and also with acid clarification. Tannin is very good for giving you certain flavors to wines. It's something that is very important, especially if you're not adding things like cinnamon sticks, tea bags, things like that. All those things hold tannin inside of them, and they have acid in them as well, and it's something that's very important that you're going to want to need. So that's great that they included that in this. They did provide me with some Red Star Premier yeast. This yeast, I usually keep mine in the refrigerator. I don't use these Red Star or any type of Premier packets. I like my Lalvin 118C. That's because it's a champagne yeast and it really gives me a nice high alcohol volume, because that's what I'm looking for in a wine. Because the higher your alcohol volume in a wine, the longer it keeps. So these are nice to have, but they don't produce that high of an alcohol content. And depending on what type of drink you want to make is depending on the type of yeast you want. So these are handy if you want to make something along those lines with this. Something is open in my bag. I can tell you that, but what? I don't know. This is Easy Clean. So people do say that you shouldn't bleach your stuff, especially if it's plastic, because the bleach can get into your buckets and soak into the plastic and actually not do well with your wine that's being created inside. I really haven't had that problem, to be honest, but this is very nice to have. It's a no rinse powder. This is a disinfectant, because when you're doing wines, everything needs disinfectant. Everything needs to be sterile. We don't want any bad bacteria getting into something that we worked and waited so hard to create. So this is a really good packet. This is actually 8 ounces. So they're giving you a very nice start, a very sufficient start having this packet. And I would say that's pretty cool, Home Brew Ohio. So my last items here is you're going to have a recipe handbook. These are pretty much general handbooks that they kind of give out to everybody. This is new. Fermenting bucket, also primary fermenter. This is, oh, they kind of give you like a little another piece to read here. This is a very good book to get you started, get you learning about wine, something that you can follow right down to the T. And it's I've had to go back and I've referenced this many times along with other books, and I've also come up with things on my own. That's what I usually do for this channel, and if I do borrow something, I make sure to shout them out who and where I got it from. So this is a really good handbook to have. It's almost like a one-on-one recipe. There's so many recipes in here. It says over 100, which that is true. You have some airlocks. I've got 2 airlocks. These are 3-piece setups. Airlocks come in different varieties, but these ones are pretty much the easiest to work with. So you just pop up the top. Oh, these are nice ones too. Okay, anyways, you pop off the top. My fingernails are too thin or something. You pop off the top, you fill it up with water. This little mechanism inside, because it's a 3-piece mechanism, it's gonna rise up with air. You would pop it on here and here's your little cork. Okay, you put it in there like that, and then with the water inside, it lets, when you are fermenting, what it does is it lets all the CO2 gases out, and this thing will kind of bubble and rise, and that way no oxygen can get into your wines. And that is a very good thing, because we don't want oxygen to reach our wine, because that's called oxidization. And also fruit flies. if any type of bug gets in here, it will spoil your wine, it'll turn it to vinegar, and it will be nasty, and you're not going to want to drink it. The reason why we have two here is because this one is for our bucket as well, our primary fermentator. So yeah, this thing just don't want to go in there, huh? There we go. It's a virgin, sorry. I would say this kit was very nice. The only thing I would say is you're going to need a gravity checker, specific gravity checker, sorry. This came in the other kit. This did not come in this kit, which I'm kind of disappointed, because how is a first-time winer going to learn how to make their wine if they don't know the gravity, the starting gravity and the ending gravity, to know how much alcohol is in their wine? So that's the only thing I would say that is really missing from this kit, is this little baby right here. This is very important because it does help you with that. The other thing that was missing that was in the other kit, which really is not necessary, it's just like another handy dandy nonsenser. So basically it's like a tube kind of like this, and it helps you bottle things. It has like a little button at the end. So when you're siphoning, like from your secondary, after you've racked it a few times and got all the sediment away and you're ready to bottle, it had like a little button at the end, and you could just kind of press it like that down into the bottle, and it would fill the bottles up without like air getting into it. You know, that's the whole thing we want to avoid. And when you're done, you just kind of raise it up, and then the siphoning would kind of stop, and then you could just move on to the next bottle without the siphoning having to start all over again to siphon. So that's the only other thing that I've seen that's missing. But if you don't have it, it's fine. You literally just stop it with your thumb, put it down into the next bottle. I mean, it's not really that big of a deal. But other than that, Home Brew Ohio did offer a nice set of Easy Clean. They really want to make sure you're being sanitary, which is very important. Okay, so yeah, the only thing I'm seeing here, and what is all over my hands is what I'm just now realizing, is there's a hole in my Easy Clean bag. There's a hole in the bag, dear Liza. It's just like, I don't know if that's supposed to be there, but that's what's all over my hands. And it feels kind of, can you hear it? Sticky. Alright, other than that, for $49.99, I think this is a wonderful starter kit for you. Like I said, you can go on their website. You can order another glass jug if you need it, or carboy as they say. You could also order your hydrometer there, and then you would be over the limit of your $50, and you can do your pay in 4, which maybe only be 20 bucks every 2 weeks, and you have everything you need. If you stuck around this long, I just want to say that I would really appreciate it if you really help me out for my birthday. Get me to 1,000 subscribers. Like, share, leave me a comment, and if you are my subscriber, and if you're not, that's okay, but I'm glad that you made it this long. I really do hope you hit the subscribe button, and as always, happy fermenting. Cheers to you. I'm drinking water today. I need fluids, but cheers. Cheers. Oh, wait. I forgot to tell you. My next recipe, I'm going to use this bucket, primary fermentator. All right, I'm going to use it to make sweet potato wine. So make sure you stick around, subscribe, so you can see sweet potato wine recipe. And if you buy this kit, you can follow along with me, and that would be freaking awesome. All right. Bye.